Hello YouTubers, Minecrafters, and gamers alike. My name is Deadly D's and this is DZVILL Tutorials. So today, YouTubers, this is going to be my first video tutorial. So I thought that I'll bring something small, but something that is going to add a big accent and ambiance to your world. What we have here is a waterfall. You can use this in maybe a castle courtyard, a garden oasis, or if you got it like that, you could even build this in your bedroom or in one of your builds in your houses, side of a mountain maybe. This waterfall is fully automatic, and what I mean by that is that it goes off at night and it automatically comes on during the day. Let's check that out. Nice. So if this is something that you want to add to your world and you want to learn how to build this, I strongly suggest that you stay tuned to DZVILL Tutorials, and we'll get to building when we come back. Alright, so we are going to build this waterfall so you can put it in your world and be styling. The first thing I want to do is let you know some of the materials that you're going to be using for this build. You'll be using some water. You're going to need 4 stacks of stone. You could use that any stone at this point. I'm choosing to use mossy cobblestone as well as cobblestone. You're also going to need some redstone dust, and you're going to need a daylight sensor along with 2 sticky pistons. Alright, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to dig out the pool area, which is 7 wide by 11 long and 3 deep. The area that's outlined back here in blue, that is the actual platform area, which is 11 wide by 7 long, and it's 8 if you include the back of the wall block. So that's basically from here going back, that's going to be 8. So I'm going to give you some time to section and dig that off, and then when we come back, we'll jump right into the tutorial. Alright, welcome back, Minecrafters. So we're gonna jump right in. So I'm gonna choose my mossy cobblestone, and what we want to do is we want to build this wall up first. So I'm going to build it in the center, and we're gonna count up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, and so once we get to 13, we kind of just want to build around. So this is my edges, so I'm going to switch to my cobblestone. So we want to build around. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the reason for that blue outline is sort of you can kind of follow it as a guideline as you're going around. So just to kind of keep you honest, and YouTubers, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't build in creative. I'm more of a survival builder. So this floating in the air and kind of just throwing these blocks out here is really just freaking me out, but I will get used to it the more I get into more tutorials. I definitely want to make sure that things are convenient for you, and so I will definitely just have a little bit of patience, and deeds will come along. So hopefully I'm doing this correctly and just being myself and just building, and you're able to follow along. If you needed to see anything, make sure to just press the pause button and press rewind and just watch it again. I can definitely use the views. Alright, excellent. So it looks as though we got the first portion of our wall built. So let's go down. It looks like we got a weird structure. So let's go ahead and fill this middle in with regular mossy stone. And there's something that I didn't add in my inventory. Again, I didn't add the vines. Now the vines are optional, and I will be adding vines, so you can also add that to the list if that's something that you want to get here. I definitely think it gives a nice look to it. So yeah, so you can definitely add those in as well. It is not required for the build, but yeah, so let's go ahead and build up the sides now. So we want to go with regular stone, and at this point you could just kind of rinse and repeat when it comes to the height and everything. That's why we build the platform first, just so we can use it as a guide and don't have to continue counting, because counting is taking so much time. Let's go ahead and go up. And all right, boom, there you go. So it seems as though we got our platform going. So now what we want to do is we want to make a base here. So as again, I like to go from the outside in. So let's fill in this and make us something that we can stand on. All right, let's fill this in. All right, and then I'm gonna switch to cobblestone, mossy cobblestone. You don't have to do this. I just want to be kind of like, I don't know. I wanted to go with the theme, so I want to keep that moldy water look. So as I said, this build it's something very, not too complicated. And the funny part about it is when I was watching videos, I used to hear people say, "Oh yeah, this is super simple," and then it turns out that it's like 1,000 repeaters and 55 comparators in the build. So one thing that you would get at DZVILL tutorial, if I'm going to tell you that it may take you a while to, kind of work with it, and you may have to make adjustments on the fly. I'm gonna be as honest and upfront as as I possibly can, because that's what I would have wanted when I started to build. All right, cool. Looks good. Let's go ahead and get some vines. I did miss that out, and you can add that in. I forgot to put it in, and maybe it'll be edited in later. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. So I'm just going to build it up. Now, it's not necessary that you build it all the way up. It eventually will grow and give you that look anyway. You can just kind of scatter them amongst the stone. But just for purposes of getting it done really quick, I'm going to do it myself. All right, great, 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 great. Cool. Now what we're going to do is we are going to get the base portion of it ready. We wanted to make sure that we know where to run our pistons. So the best way that I can tell you to run the pistons is it's going to be maybe 2 from the back and then 2 from the side. So we're going to run it like that. Ooh, and I'm hoping I do it right, but we're going to run it like that. I don't know. Are we right? Are we lined up? I think we're good, but I think we got to come one back. Oh my God. One back. I think that's 2, 1, 2. All right. So I think we're looking good there. Maybe, maybe not. If we need to adjust it on the fly, we shall do so. Boom. All right, excellent. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to just kind of connect our pistons and see if we are going to be able to get that correct. So what I want to do is I want you to keep in mind that we're going to have to expand this platform because we're going to have to build an actual pool up here that's going to supply the water for your waterfall. So with that being said, in the middle, we want to break that. We're going to add our daylight sensor. And voila, boom, we got it closed off and it's ready to be sectioned off for the pool. So let's, I like to look at my builds a lot from the front while I'm building it, just to make sure that everything is symmetrical. We are all human. We all make mistakes, and that in that aspect, Deeds is no different, you guys. So let's just go ahead, and I think we're doing everything pretty good now. So now we want to just build a section where we can add some water and get the sole bases of our waterfall ready. So looking good, looking good. Yeah, I think we got it good. All right, let's go ahead and grab our water. And now what you want to do is you want to waterlog this section. It's very important that you waterlog it, and what I mean by that is you can't just put a bucket of water in there. If you see anything like a current moving, then you actually don't have it waterlogged. So you want to, give it a couple pumps until you see no current. I think we're good there, but just for a couple extra measures, we wanted to just throw some extra water down there. Okay, so we're looking good. So let's see if we actually have it placed right and if it's going to go down the center. And voila, it goes down the center. Beautiful. All right, can you imagine that in your world? DZVILL Tutorials. All right, so let's go ahead. We're pretty much done. That's the extent of the redstone here. Now it's basically more cosmetic at this point. So what I'm going to do is I am a person who I hate to see redstone exposed. So in most of my builds, I'll try to, cover most, if not all of the redstone. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like my goal, to make sure that I do that. And yeah, we're gonna make sure we do that today. So we're gonna try to cover this in. Now, after building this a few times, I noticed there is a few ways that you can, cover it up. And it seems like every time you can get more creative with it. Let's go with some more mossy cobblestone here. Let's keep it with the theme down the middle. All right, you could, like I said, you can cover it up in different ways, give the, the way the water actually falls out of the holes a different look. It just really depends on your personal preference. My son tends to say everything is personal preference. I asked him a question of, would you like to see the waterfall come on during the video, or would you like to see the waterfall just be off? And he said it's personal preference. Well, I want to make sure I give something for everybody. So when I do my videos, I want to make sure that I kind of give you the things that I focus on when I'm building. My builds may not always be conventional, and they will change from time to time because I am still fairly new to Minecraft, still learning. You would probably be surprised if I told you how new to Minecraft I really am. But sometimes you get things and you tend to be good, over periods of practice, and once you know how things work, eventually they'll come together. Now, this part is where I always tend to want to change my designs. Now, this part I actually would probably use glass or something like that. In the actual build, we're using normal stones, so we can cover that up with normal stones. And you can cover that. You can actually cover the daylight sensor with glass or something like that. It'll still be able to get the daylight. So it's just basically personal preference at this point. And there you go. So what we're going to do is we are going to cover these up a little bit more. Let's go with the mossy cobblestone. Oh, don't cover that. And it just really depends on how you want to build it out. As you can see, that one I got more of a stout look. This one is going to be a little bit different. If you want to build it exactly like this, take a look and you can do it. This is kind of uncovered right now, so you can kind of see the stone and stuff working. But that's pretty much it at this point. Just make sure that you cover up the pistons. Make sure that you have no redstone exposed, and voila, there you have it. And I'm gonna cut this on manually because apparently it doesn't want to turn tonight, so you can see it. So let's go ahead and there you go. Now, if you want to learn how to decorate this, other than just looking at here and being creative, I could definitely show you that. That would be definitely on another tutorial. At this point in time, you just want to waterlog this place here, and you'll start building up from there. But there you go. This is the Anywhere waterfall that's fully automatic. If you like this video, please make sure you hit the like button. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. And thanks for joining us. I am Deadly Deeds, and this has been DZVILL Tutorials. See you later.